Rick Holdcroft, the new guy, just elected last year, and now I've been a senator for all of 42 days. I think we did our 42nd day yesterday. Kind of a whirlwind for those who haven't been senators. Until you raise your right hand on the first day of the session, you have no paid staff, no office, no computers, no nothing. And then you're given 10 days to submit any bills that you want to have considered in this year. And of course, in the first 10 days, we submitted, I think, over about 812 bills were submitted. I have 7 bills. I'm happy to talk about those maybe on the second round. It's a lot of people ask me, is it what you expected? And some of it was, some of it wasn't. I think we've under Senator Arch is doing a great job. I mean, it really is. He's in a really tough spot to be in currently now. I think he's done a very balanced approach, and he also has 2 of my bills for priority, which he's considering. So that's why I think he's doing a great job. But we've been working hard in committees. I'm on 3 committees. I'm on the General Affairs Committee, which is gambling, alcohol, tobacco. It's called the Sin Committee. And we also do cemeteries and libraries. But that one's rolling along. That's a Monday, one day. And second day, I'm on the Agriculture Committee. And that's a 1 day. And then 3 days on the Judiciary Committee, which is got a lot of bills, maybe have the most bills of any committee. Quite a range, and we're working hard. We're working hard to get those through and get them advanced for debate on the floor. And 7 bills, but I'll just talk about the top 4. My priority bill is the wastewater treatment for Sarpy County. It's LB 769, and Sarpy County's got a ridge. How many people know that Sarpy County's got a ridge? Yeah, just about everybody, and it kind of tracks from Gretna to the southeast, and anything south of that ridge just is undevelopable because there's no sewer treatment in that area, and this has been we've been working this problem. The county board and the mayors of all 5 cities, who by the way are one of the best teams in the state of Nebraska. But they've been working this for a number of years now, and have an agreement with Omaha to pump wastewater over the ridge to the treatment plant south of Bellevue, and everything was tracking along great, and it's probably at least half done, but because of inflation and changing costs and delays, they're running a little short, about $60 million. So we came to the state to ask for that, got some pushback, and we actually had to reduce it to about the ask down to $15 million to try to cover the interest essentially on a loan, and that has now made it out of committee and is on the floor. So as soon as we can get that scheduled, we'll start hopefully pushing that forward. But that's my priority bill. My second bill is I've submitted for speaker priority is ag land taxation. So primarily for land that was annexed by Gretna several years ago. There were about 3,000 acres that were annexed. About 800, almost 1,000 acres of that was ag land. And the way the statute is written, once you're annexed or inside a city limit, a village limit, or inside a SID, you are no longer eligible for the special taxation that goes towards ag land, which is much less than the commercial or residential. There was a delay, of course, because it was a court case, went all the way to the Nebraska Supreme Court. Supreme Court came down in the favor of Gretna to keep that land, but now they got their bills on 1 January, and we're seeing significant increases in property valuation for those farmers. And so this bill would essentially do away with the boundaries. Any land that is agriculture or horticulture, and to qualify for that, you have to submit an IRS Form F. It's a profit loss form for farming. And if you do that, then you're eligible then for the special valuation that goes towards ag land. I have a bill that has to do with people on Medicaid. Probably not too many people here on Medicaid in a assisted living facility. So if you get yourself into that kind of a situation, this is typically when you're down the road as far as age, but, and you're just really poor, and in fact, you have to have less than $4,000 in assets to qualify for this, but the state will step in at that point. They take your social security, any pensions, any assets that you have, but they will pay for you to stay in an assisted living facility, pay your room and board and your food. And they'll give you $60 a month for personal effects. And so my bill is to raise that from 60 to $100. It hasn't been raised since 2015. And this, and it was in committee. Committee thought it had a significant fiscal bill with it, I think about $4 million. So the committee ended up reducing that to $75, which is still more than 60, and it's back out onto the floor, and I've also submitted that one as for a speaker priority. Another bill, the fourth bill, I'll just mention, I took forward for the city of Papillion, but it really applies across the state. If you're in an automobile accident, you're not at fault, and you get a payout from an insurance company. Any hospital that provides services, doctor, nurse, chiropractor, can put a lien on those funds to get paid, reimbursed for the services they provided to you in conjunction with that automobile accident. The EMT and the firemen who showed up, they're not allowed to put a lien on that. But this bill would add them to the list of people who could put liens, and it's just to help out the cities with their budgets to reduce property taxes that have to pay for that kind of thing.